Good morning, everybody. Welcome to kdmoonchild's world. I'm Katie, and this is Saturday Solutions. This is a non-political reading. It's all oracle cards and inspiration cards. We come here, like the title says, looking for a solution from what we've been through in the week, during the week, the month. Oh, what a month has this been? And a little bit of hope and solution for what's coming ahead in the next week or so. Excuse me just a moment. We talk about was getting a glare I didn't like. Sorry about that. We come here to first thing we look at is what's our current situation. Then the next thing we look at is where do we want to be? What's our goal? What's our hope? What's our dream? And then we pull a card to see what the roadmap is on how to get there. And after that, we are definitely shown there is a chakra block somewhere, maybe sometimes more than one. We'll find out what that is and learn how to discuss how to unblock it. This is to warn you, this is a little bit longer reading because we do cover quite a bit. Then we will get a couple messages from Spirit. And finally, that therapy, inspiration, hey, you can do it kind of card for the end. So without ado, let's get started on this. We're going to, as you can tell, this is for entertainment purposes only. We will begin with the Colette Baron Reed deck, the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. I have shuffled and shuffled and shuffled these cards. I don't know, for those of you who this is the first time you've been here, I have this nervous habit. When I get really nervous, I shuffle cards, and it's to the point where it has caused some inflammation and some arthritis in my hands. But I can't help it. It calms me. So, it's kind of a catch-22. Anyway. Let's see where we are. Okay, Spirit. Where are we with this? As we are in between eclipses, this is going to be a very, very stressful time for all of us. The veil is thin, so we have help at our beck and call. Just how many of us put out that call? They can't help us unless you ask for it. What card do we have? Exactly. Yeah, the rattle. Hearing a lot of noise. Hearing a lot of noise on a lot of different levels to the point where it becomes like static. You see back behind that rattle? There's a full moon trying to come out of there. And down below, there's a dark spot down below the feathers. Down here. That I'm reading is the new moon that we just had on the 25th. This rattle part is us. Little spiky, little smooth, trying to fly, but there's no body energy that goes with it. It's all a thought. It's in our head. It's not in our foundation. At least that's what we think. We have a full moon coming up. And on top of that, it is a lunar eclipse. So that's how I'm reading this. It is also on November 8th. Sorry, our election day. Powerful, powerful day. This card is a 7 card, which is a card of control, reflection, and assessment. Kind of like to be heard, or we're having to make a little bit louder noises nowadays. Because the rattle's in our heart, the rattle's in our head. And the rattle doesn't want to be suppressed anymore. In a way, to me, that's a little bit of a sad card. Halloween is coming up. And this is a period of when the veil is the thinnest. Samhain. This is when you can reach through that veil so much easier. Hang in there, don't give up hope. Where do we want to be, please? These are the Colette Baron Reed Shamanic Dreams Oracle deck to find out our dreams. Where do we want to be? What are our goals? Whether they're short-term, long-term. What are they? We'll talk about how to get there in a minute. We just need to be able to identify what they are right now. And that is the invitation of this reading. That is the invitation of what we're going through. Everything you are familiar with is going to change if it hasn't already. Everything you're taking for granted right at this minute may be gone tomorrow. What? Okay, here's a good card. Yeah, because everything is about to change so much. It's a powerful card. I love the crow cards in any deck. Talk about an intelligent creature. That's the crow. They see everything, they absorb everything, and they're right in the middle of it all. I'm not worried about being in the middle of it all. They know they're plain. They know they're black, but in their black plainness comes a stealthy existence right in front of everything. An unhidden, stealthy existence. That's why they see so much. That's why they know so much. And to them, see the peacock feathers? They're the peacock. See them? These feathers right here? To this bird, That's him. Because that's where he's getting his energy from. Feel it. It's going in his heart, not his head. It's going in his heart. It's the perfect storm for sure. For sure. And yes, like I was just saying, you know, we were wanting to control everything. This rattle back here is wanting to control everything. I'm gonna move that over a little so we can see it. The rattle is wanting to control things. It's about reflection and really assessing where we are. And here we want to be past that so that we have the courage to step into life and living instead of a life of struggle. You know, the struggle is to teach us. But after a while, I don't know about you, how I think we deserve a break as students for a while. You know, the reason we come here is to learn. The reason we are born is to learn. I just noticed too on these cards, they're consecutive numbers. Number 43, number 44. Kind of interesting. Because that card is all about manifestation and stability. That is a perfect storm. When you are stable in your abilities to manifest, you've got the courage to step into anything. So bring it on, life. Let's do this. Yeah. That's where we want to be. So, how do we get, lean back there, how do we get from this, do I speak now? Do I make a noise? Do I listen to the noise? Do I go within? Do I watch without? Do I go within to control what's happening without? That's the ultimate question. Because this is a period of time when we're voting. This is a very important time in our country, if you live in the United States. We need that perfect storm. We need those of us who are fed up with the hate and the anger and the greed and the corruption. We need our time. It's got to stop. So, how do we get from where we're just learning that it's safe to speak out? Because we're finding out the untruths and the truths. I dropped a card. The truths and the untruths, I guess. So, how do we get there? We need that perfect storm. We need the courage to continue to live our lives with joy and stability and not have constant reasons to be afraid of something that might happen. Or, you know, it might not happen. Why do we feel forced to feel like we have to control so much? when the joy of life is letting it happen. Don't resist. Don't be afraid. Step into that flow. Let it carry you. The perfect storm is the winds of change. They're not eating at you. They're calling to you. Come with me. Give me a good card, please. I think we've had this card before. I love this card. And it's consecutive, but it's a little out of order, but it leads me, yes, I understand, Spirit. Wide open. Don't listen to the fear-mongering. This is saying, be wide open. Opportunity is there. It can't find you when you're hiding or when you're closed. Open up. Don't be afraid. Climb to that highest spot, even if it is an anthill in your backyard. And on the full moon that's coming, stand there with your arms wide open and receive that beautiful moonlight as it's going into the lunar eclipse. It's a part of your transformation, and know that you, because of this fact, are protected from beginning to end. You see, that card is number 42. But before that, when you add the two together, it's 6. That's a card of harmony. We can find that perfect storm once we find the harmony. And we find that harmony with cooperation through healing. And you cannot heal unless you're wide open to it. What do you do when you are, say, sick with a cold or the flu? You rest as much as you can. This card is telling you to be wide open. Listen to your heart. Listen to your body. Listen to the messages you're hearing. It's taking care of you if you will pay attention. The perfect storm comes when you call it to you. You can't do it making short, bitty noises like a rattle. It needs to be more like a drum. But the perfect is the flute. Call in that perfect storm. And in the process of calling in the perfect storm, you are sharpening and making your rattle louder because it's your voice. Now look at this. This is kind of interesting because these cards are telling us that we are living in 3 dimensions at the same time right now. You can't really quite see the number on here, let's do it this way. Sorry. Okay, now you can see all the numbers. 43, 44, and 42. Present, future, or present, future solution. To me, that's present, future, past, or present, future, and past. Either way, present, future, and past The point I'm trying to make by doing this past, present, and future is the point I'm trying to make at you, is we are living in all three places at the same time. That's what three-dimensional means. It doesn't mean I see this stone here in 3D. Yeah, you do see it in 3D because you see it in how it looked yesterday. You see it in how it looked 5 minutes ago. You see how it looks now. And you remember how it looked yesterday. So guess what? In your presence at that moment, you are in all three places. Your mind, your psyche, your consciousness is in the past. You remember what it looked like yesterday. The present, you can see what it looks like right now. And in the future, you know that it's a solid foundational item, that it's not going to change much. So when you look at that stone, you see a really pretty stone that is very hard and not going to change much, no matter when you look at it. It's a three-dimensional concept. When that really clicks with you, you get the idea of the transformation that this card is talking about. That little tiny butterfly. Quit pointing with your finger. That little tiny butterfly right there, all that sparkles, that's transformation. And that only comes about with the knowledge of knowing, the real knowing and feeling that you're living in the past, you're living in the present, and you're living in the future, all at the same time. That, my friends, is our matrix. So, wow. I'd say we got a chakra blocked, wouldn't you? We usually do. You know, it's kind of hard to go through life with its bumps and kicks and punches without it. Some blockages happening somewhere. It's normal. This is the Kaleidodope deck, Swatches of Chakra by Crystal Banner. See what chakra we have blocked. Wow. Now you can't see the crow. There we go. Back to where we started. So open up so you don't miss that perfect storm. See all the light coming at that woman? It's even down below, coming in down below that high place she found to stand. And it doesn't matter if the full moon is occurring during the day for you or if it is occurring at night for you. Please do this. You don't have to do it for a long time, and you don't have to be obvious about it. But even if you are obvious about it, then you've got a reason to talk to somebody about what you're doing. And yeah, you might look and sound totally crazy to them, but you know the truth. Don't be afraid of sounding crazy, because let me tell you, you know this for a fact. If this is being crazy, I don't want sanity. What chakra do we have blocked, please? That one's sticking right out there. Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. Yeah. It's our crown chakra. We're having a hard time hearing the messages that are being sent to us because of our presence. Not feeling very connected to the source. I was feeling that yesterday. It was like, wow, I don't feel very connected. And, we're supposed to be happy and celebrating Halloween time. And, yeah. All I want to do is sleep. But I think that's a combination of health as well as what's going on astrologically. And that's okay. It's all right. Because when I get those messages that I want to rest or I need to sleep, I do my very best when I can get that time to take it. If I don't, it always works against me. So I pay attention to my body in that way. So that is a matter of being present. Your crown chakra, that's your head. It's the top of your head. That is the center for your enlightenment, your spirituality. That's where your consciousness lives. Yeah, and your presence. That's where your connection to the divine resides. That's blocked. That means your connection to the divine is really short-circuiting. It's blocked. When it's in balance, when your crown chakra is in balance, you're grateful, you're open to the unexplainable, you have a strong spiritual connection, and you understand and you live your soul's truth. That means you are living your authentic life, nobody else's. That life you want, that life you're dreaming about personally. Because when you get to live that life, the joy is immeasurable. And when we're all have joy and harmony like that, because we're all living the life we've chosen to live, not the life that's been thrown at us. Has the life been thrown at us? Or have our choices as adults at this point created the life and the struggles that we're going through? That means, when you're disconnected from your crown chakra, when you're disconnected from source, you're not as aware what source is and where source is and what source wants you to do. Because when it's in balance, you're aware of your higher source. You find answers inside yourself, because that's the direct hallway. That's the doorway to source. And you live in the now. And in living in the now, you understand that's all you got. You know why? Because that's living in 3 dimensions at the same time. That's living in the past as a memory. That's living in the future as a hope, while you're thinking about both of those things now. It's that simple. It's that basic. So when you're out of balance, you live in the past. You're kind of ignorant because you kind of choose that. We have a fear of death or change. We're afraid of change. We're afraid of that unknown. And right now, oh my God, everything is unstable. Everything is changing. And Get ready. You're going to be the ones having to hold it together. So get this fear crap over. Work through it. If you have to play the what if game, play the what if game. In your head. I think you'll find you're building things up 10 times worse in your head than it actually is. Kind of feel like you're directionless. Like, what's my purpose? Why am I here? What are my gifts? Do I have gifts? Or am I going to be someone who gets missed in this life with gifts? Let me tell you right now, everyone has gifts. Everyone. It's just a matter of them awakening. And they don't all awaken at once. It would overpower you if it did. It would overpower us. My gifts have awakened very slowly. Very, very slowly, ever since I was 4. And I mean 4 years old. So understand that you are not directionless, which is what you're feeling right now. And you may be overly skeptical of everything and everyone. It's like, sure, I've heard those promises before, but they haven't come through lately. So yeah, right. And you're disconnected from your true self. So how can you be authentic when you're not plugged into you? You, not somebody else in their path, or society in their path, or this corrupt person, or you see what I'm saying? Focus on you. Stop focusing on other people. Because by focusing on other people, doing it like that, you are self-limiting yourself. You're standing in your own way. You're your own rock in the flow. And you know what happens to rocks in flow of water or flow of wind? They get smaller and smaller and smaller as you resist. Not bigger and stronger. Because whatever you're resisting is going to eat at you until you let go and flow with it. With it. Are you uncomfortable for some reason? You feel a knot in the pit of your stomach? What are you resisting? Because that's what's causing those self-limiting thoughts. It's what you're resisting. Now, the stones for this. I have 2 of them here, but everybody has these 2, I think. Whoop. Clear quartz. And selenite. As well as Auralite 23 and rhodonite. And I'll be honest with you, not quite sure what Auralite looks like. I have a feeling it might be multicolored. It might be iridescent because of the name aura in it. I'm just guessing. Rhodonite, I have a piece, but it's over on my altar. Just know, selenite is very inexpensive, easy to get. That's this big one. It's a powerful stone. It grounds negative energy. Plus, it charges the energy of other stones. It clears them. It can clear your energy. As a matter of fact, every card reading I do, this is in my lap, with the exception of today, when it's been right here. Still doing the same thing as if it were in my lap. You'll notice in this quartz, there's a crack. See that crack? And as I turn it, it's cloudy inside. When we went into lockdown and I started this channel, this stone was crystal clear, like a piece of glass. That's why I bought it. And it had a sharp point on the end. Matter of fact, I used this stone to awaken my third eye. Every week it gets more and more cloudy down there. And I am told by the experts, that's the energy of what it is pulling out of those cards. It'll eventually be all cloudy. So it's kind of cool. And that's the easiest of all crystals to get. I mean, they make stuff out of this. It's heat resistant. Yeah. Chemical resistant. You don't have to worry about if you got a quartz ring. Oh, I can go ahead and wash the dishes with that on. It's not going to hurt the stone. Might hurt if you wear silver or something, but it's not going to hurt the stone. So use that. Wear one of those. Like I said, if you got a quartz ring, wear it. If you don't, put it in a medicine pouch. Put it in your bra, ladies. Gentlemen, some gentlemen, I think you wear a device. Put it in your jock strap. I don't know how comfortable that would be, considering I have no idea. Anyway, I know how sensitive that is, an area that is. But hey, in your bra, it's not like it's the bottom of your foot for sensitivity. Although, if you're really ticklish on the bottom of your foot, I guess it could be really, really sensitive. Anyway, I digress. Here's the affirmations you need to tell. We need to start telling ourselves this week, okay? When you walk by a mirror, tell yourself, I am open to divine wisdom. You can even say that 3 times. I am open to divine wisdom. I am open to divine wisdom. I live in the present moment. And that's stating that you understand what that means. Why we are only guaranteed now, because we live in the now. The now is our 3 dimensions. They're stacked on top of each other. They happen at the same time. I am one with the universe. There you go. Just one with the universe. You see the wings on the rattle. You've got the peacock feathers on the crow. You've got the butterfly and the woman with her arms outstretched. All of those are very aware of their presence, and they're calling and asking the universe to join them so it can soar, so it can sail away when you want to sail away. Because you're one with the universe. I accept divine guidance in my journey. That's card number 40. That's that map card. Be wide open to guidance from the divine. By doing that, you stay connected to the divine. You keep your crown chakra open, your heart open, which helps you be able to use your throat chakra properly. And your third eye sees so much more. When it's connected to the divine as part of your journey. And finally, I cherish my spirit. That is what the wide open card is saying. This woman here up on her high point. I'm going to move this over. Up on her high point. She's got her arms outstretched in a way that is not threatening, but is wide open. She is fully present, and she is asking the divine to fill her, to connect to her. So that's why it's like acting like fog or dust, and it's just billowing around her. She is calling it in with every ounce of what she has. Wow. That's pretty powerful, I'd say. Wouldn't you? My goodness. So today, for a message from Spirit, I'm looking at my cards here and letting Spirit tell me which cards to use. I'm going to switch it up this time. I normally do the ancestors and angels and ancestors, or the earthcraft. But this time, we're going to use the Magical Wisdom card deck. This is probably one of the most beautiful artistic decks I own. Spirit, message, please. I've had this deck for so long. It's cupped in every direction from being shuffled. Oh, it's by my favorite artist, is why I love it. Josephine Wall. There is so much in these cards, in the art in these cards. They're fantastic. And if you're one of my subscribers, you'll recognize them because I use them, especially if you're a subscriber on YouTube and a follower on Instagram, both, you'll recognize it because I've used these cards before in my live streams and several times as a card of the day on Instagram. So, Spirit, give us a message, please. Wow, this is fantastic. Today is all about celebration, exuberance, and just let it go. You know, we've had one heck of a week. And in your celebration, while you're celebrating, celebrate what you're grateful for. Celebrate the wild things and the pretty things and the things you have no control over. Have a good time. Enjoy yourself. As you look at that card, there's a puppy dogs and bunny rabbits, and looks like a raccoon tumbling upside down because his tail's up in the air. See the tail? Oh, tail up in the air right there. That's cute. And the fox and deer. Creatures of the ground. I love it. I love it. Now is the time to celebrate a special event. Halloween is coming up, and have some fun. Get ready for a party, a wedding, a graduation, a party. Or just going around with the kids. Take your kids to the mall, or if you still have a mall, you know, take your kids to a Halloween party. Listen to them laugh and giggle, and remember how much fun you had as a child on Halloween. This is the time to celebrate and be joyful. This is a special moment to spend with family and friends in a positive and uplifting environment. Let go of worry and doubt and focus on the abundance available to you right now. Eat, drink, dance, be merry, and enjoy the pleasures and memories that these special occasions can bring. Tell yourself, I enjoy my special moments with my loved ones and my friends. Look at her. Show your joy, you guys. You know, they try to make it open season on us, and it's not working. Show that with your joy and your kindness this week. What a beautiful, powerful card. The last message from Spirit is from the untethered soul. Going a little longer on this video today, but that's okay. I'm feeling really strong energy. Really strong energy. So from the Untethered Soul deck by Mark Singer. This deck has 4 categories. Let's see what our special message is. There's one sticking right out. Ooh, I love this category. This is from the Freeing Yourself category. This one back a level. Put this one up here. That which is blocked and buried within you forms the root of fear. Fear is caused by blockages in your energy, and we just went over. Those of you that are really afraid, it's because your presence is not connected to the source. Wow. I mean, I don't even need to go over that and cut that up for you. That which is blocked and buried within you forms the root of fear. Fear is caused by blockages in your energy. Get the hell out of your own way. That's what this card is saying. Nobody else is standing in your way. Quit looking at yourself as a victim, because if you're looking at yourself as a victim, as somebody who has no way, no hope, that's your thoughts. That's your fear. That's your doubt, and that's your worry. You're protected. You're loved. As long as you keep believing that and living that. I think we need a therapist. And I'm just grabbing one. I'm just like thumbing through the deck because it's a very big deck and it's a hard one to shuffle when your hands hurt. Hard one to shuffle when your hands don't hurt. There you go. Bingo. Well, I always kind of have to lay those down because they're a little bit bigger than. Let's just deal with today. You can deal with tomorrow. Because every single day you're dealing with the past, present, and future. So, you know, as things come up, deal with them. Don't search for stuff. And things that you needed to deal with yesterday that you didn't quite have time with yesterday, it's okay. You can do it today. Or you can do it tomorrow. You know, I have an aunt who used to always say, why do today what you can put off and do tomorrow? She also used to say that if you predict the weather in Arizona, you're either a newcomer or a fool, because like everybody everywhere says, the weather will change in 5 minutes. Not so much. Most of the time, it's blue skies. Kind of like our little therapy pets. You guys are wonderful, beautiful people. Now that we're at 50 minutes, I love you, and I thank you for being here with me today. If you like this, please subscribe. Hit that little bell that says all beside it if you want to see more from this channel. I do need to have one little bit of housekeeping I need to go through, and we're finished. But first off, thank you, Skywalking with Moon. Dr. Gail, I really had a blast with you. That was so much fun having you as my guest. You're welcome to my channel any day. And I say that to everybody, but I really look forward to working again with you. You sparked something in me. Well, maybe you didn't, but maybe one of your friends did. One of our mutual friends did. Thank you. I love you all so much. Be kind to one another. That's all I've been saying through this whole reading. Be kind to those who aren't kind to you, because they will remember it. Believe me, it's planting the biggest seed you can plant in someone's life. No matter how badly they treat you, if you're still kind to them, they never forget it. They may not understand it, but they'll never forget it. I love you. Be kind to yourself. Take care of yourself. And we'll see you next Saturday. If not before. I love you. Bye-bye now.